Welcome to Vintage US Coins. Today we are going to explore a very special and historic American coin, the 5-cent 1945, also known as the 1945 Jefferson War nickel. This is not an ordinary nickel. It is a coin made during World War II. It contains real silver, and it represents one of the most important periods in American and world history. Let us explore everything in full detail. 1. Historical background. World War II eras. The year 1945 was the final year of World War II. The war had begun in 1939 and involved many countries around the world. The United States entered the war in 1941 after the attack on Pearl Harbor. During the wars, many important metals were needed for military equipment. Nickel metal was especially important because it was used in armor plating and weapons. Because of this shortage, the United States Mint made a major decision. They removed nickel metal from the 5-cent coin. Instead of the normal copper-nickel composition, they created a special silver alloy coin. This is why the 1945 nickel is called a war nickel. 2. Composition of the 1945 war nickel. The 1945 5-cent coin has a unique composition. 35% silver, 56% copper, 9% manganese. This composition was used from 1942 to 1945. The coin contains approximately 0.0563 troy ounces of silver. This makes it one of the only Jefferson nickels with silver content. 3. Specifications. Here are the official specifications. Denominations: 5 cents. Year: 1945. Weight: 5 grams. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. Edge: plain. Shape: round. Even though it looks like a normal nickel, its silver content makes it special. 4. Obverse design. The obverse features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel design. The portrait was designed by Felix Schlag. On the obverse you will see the word Liberties, the year 1945, the motto In God We Trust. Jefferson faces left. His image has remained on the nickel since 1938, with only minor design changes. 5. Reverse design. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. Above the building are the words, E pluribus unum. Below the building appears Monticello. Below that appears 5 cents. And at the bottoms, United States of America. The design is clean and symmetrical. It reflects Jefferson's love of architecture and classical design. 6. Large mint mark. Special feature. One of the most important features of the 1945 war nickel is the large mint mark above Monticello. For the first time in U.S. coin history, a large mint mark was placed above the building on the reverse. The 1945 nickel was minted at Philadelphia. Large P mint mark. Denver. Large D mint mark. San Francisco. Large S mint mark. This was also the first time the Philadelphia Mint used a mint mark on a regular circulation coin. The large mint mark makes war nickels easy to identify. 7. Mintage numbers. The 1945 nickel had high production numbers because it was needed for circulation during wartime. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco all produced millions of coins. Because of high mintages, the coin is common in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated examples are more valuable. 8. Silver value. Because the 1945 nickel contains 35% silver, it always has melt value. Its silver value depends on current silver market prices. Even worn coins are worth more than 5 cents because of the silver content. Many collectors and investors save war nickels for their silver value. 9. Grading the 1945 nickel. Condition plays a major role in value. Circulated condition. In circulated coins, Jefferson S. hair may appear flat. Monticello steps may be worn. Uncirculated condition. In mint state condition, the coin has full luster. Details in Jefferson S. hair are sharp. Monticello S. steps are clear. Collectors often look for coins with full steps on Monticello. 10. Full steps designation. One important factor in Jefferson nickel collecting is the full steps designation. If the steps of Monticello are clearly visible and not worn or weakly struck, the coin may receive a full steps grade. Full steps coins are more valuable because they show strong strike quality. High-grade full steps 1945 nickels can sell for significant premiums. 11. Why the 1945 nickel is special. The 1945 nickel is special for many reasons. It was made during World War II. It contains silver. It features the first P mint mark used on a circulating U.S. coin. It represents a time when the nation changed coin composition for the war effort. It is both a historical and precious metal coin. 12. Collecting war nickels. Many collectors build complete war nickel sets from 1942 to 1945. The set includes 1942 P silver type, 1942 D silver type, 1942 S silver type, 1943 P D S, 1944 P D S, 1945 P D S. A complete set is affordable and historically meaningful. 13. Investment perspective. War nickels are popular among silver stackers. They are small, affordable silver coins. They are easy to store. They are widely recognized. While they are not extremely rare, they combine history and silver value. 14. Storage and care. To protect your 1945 war nickel, store it in a dry place. Use coin holders or flips. Avoid cleanings. Cleaning reduces collector value. Silver war nickels may tone naturally over time. Natural toning is often attractive to collectors. 15. Final thoughts. The 1945 5-cent coin is more than just a nickel. It represents the sacrifices of World War II, America's industrial strength, a temporary change in coin composition, the first appearance of the Philadelphia Mint mark on circulating coinage. When you hold a 1945 war nickel, you are holding a piece of wartime history. At Vintage U.S. Coins, we believe every coin tells a story. The 1945 war nickel tells a story of resilience, adaptation, and national unity. If you enjoyed this detailed explanation, please like, share, and subscribe to Vintage U.S. Coins. Comment below if you own a war nickel, the next coins. Today we are going to explore another important World War II silver coin, the 5-cent 1944, also known as the 1944 Jefferson War nickel. This coin may look like a normal nickel, but it is very special. It was made during World War II. It contains real silver, and it represents America's effort to support the war through changes in coin metal composition. Let us take a complete and detailed look at the 1944 5-cent coin. 1. Historical background. America in 1944. The year 1944 was one of the most intense years of World War II. American forces were fighting in Europe and the Pacific. Factories were producing weapons, ships, airplanes, and military equipment. During this time, nickel metal was very important for war production. It was needed for armor plating and other military uses. Because of this shortage, the U.S. Mint removed nickel from the 5-cent coin and created a new wartime composition. That is why the 1944 nickel is called a war nickel. 2. Special wartime composition. The 1944 war nickel does not contain the usual copper-nickel mix. Instead, it contains 35% silver, 56% copper, 9% manganese. This special alloy was used from mid-1942 until 1945. Each 1944 nickel contains approximately 0.0563 troy ounces of pure silver. Because of this silver content, the coin is worth more than 5 cents in melt value. 3. Specifications of the 1944 nickel. Here are the official details. Denominations: 5 cents. Year: 1944. Weight: 5.00 grams. Diameter: 21.2 millimeters. Edge: plain. Shape: round. Although it looks similar to other Jefferson nickels, the silver content makes it unique. 4. Obverse design. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel. The portrait was designed by Felix Schlag, whose initials appear on later versions of the coin. On the obverse of the 1944 nickel, you will see the word Liberties, the year 1944, the motto In God We Trust. Jefferson faces left. The design remained mostly unchanged during the wartime years. 5. Reverse design. Monticello. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. Above the building appears the motto, E pluribus unum. Below the building appears Monticello. Under that is 5 cents. At the bottom appears United States of America. The design is symmetrical and detailed. It represents Jefferson's architectural achievements and American heritage. 6. The large mint mark. Key feature. One of the most important identifying features of the 1944 war nickel is the large mint mark above Monticello. For the first time in U.S. history, a large mint mark was placed prominently on a circulating coin. The 1944 nickel was minted at Philadelphia, large P mint mark; Denver, large D mint mark; San Francisco, large S mint mark. The mint mark appears above Monticello on the reverse. This large mint mark was used so the coins could be easily identified and removed from circulation after the war if needed. It is also historically important because it was the first time the Philadelphia Mint used a mint mark on a regular circulating coin. 7. Mintage numbers. The 1944 nickel had high mintage numbers because of heavy wartime demand. Millions of coins were struck at all three mints. Because of high production, the 1944 nickel is common in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated coins are more difficult to find. 8. Silver melt value. Because it contains 35% silver, the 1944 nickel always has melt value. Its intrinsic value depends on current silver prices. Even worn examples are worth more than face value due to their silver content. Many collectors and silver investors save war nickels for this reason. 9. Grading the 1944 nickel. Condition is very important for collector value. Circulated condition. In circulated coins, Jefferson's hair may appear worn. Monticello's steps may be flat. Uncirculated condition. Mint state coins show full luster and sharp detail. Jefferson's hair strands are clear. Monticello's architectural lines are strong. 10. Full steps designation. One of the most important grading features for Jefferson nickels is the full steps designation. If the steps of Monticello are fully visible and sharply struck, the coin may qualify for full steps status. Full steps coins are more valuable because they show a strong strike. High-grade 1944 full steps nickels can sell for strong premiums. 11. Wartime significance. The 1944 war nickel represents America's commitment to victory in World War II. Even small coins were changed to support the war effort. The silver alloy allowed the military to use more nickel for essential war materials. This shows how even everyday coins played a role in history. 12. Collecting war nickels. Many collectors build a complete war nickel set from 1942 to 1945. The 1944 nickel is an important part of that set. Collectors often look for All 3 mint marks. High-grade uncirculated coins. Full steps examples. Toned silver pieces. A complete war nickel collection is affordable and historically meaningful. 13. Storage and care. Because the 1944 nickel contains silver, proper storage is important. Keep it in a dry place. Store it in a protective holder. Avoid cleaning. Cleaning can damage the surface and reduce value. Silver coins may naturally tone over time, which many collectors appreciate. 14. Why the 1944 nickel is important. The 1944 5-cent coin is important because it contains silver. It was made during World War II. It features the first use of the Philadelphia mint mark on a circulating coin. It represents a temporary change in U.S. coin composition. It connects collectors directly to wartime America. 15. Vinyl thoughts. The 1944 Jefferson War nickel is more than just 5 cents. It is a silver coin, a wartime artifact, a symbol of national unity and sacrifice. When you hold a 1944 nickel, you are holding a small but powerful piece of World War II history. At Vintage U.S. Coins, we believe every coin tells a story. The 1944 War nickel tells a story of adaptation, strength, and determination during one of the most challenging times in history. If you enjoyed this detailed explanation, please like, share, and subscribe to Vintage U.S. Coins. Comment below if you collect war nickels. Thank you for watching.